All right, so we got the third installment of the Death Wish series, starring good old Charlie Bronson over here. These movies don't get better as they go along. They really, really don't. I mean, this one, yeah, it's cheesy, nostalgic, 80s fun, but this is this is the beginning of the slippery slope of the Death Wish movies. This is so cartoonish. He comes back to New York. Paul Kersey comes back to New York under a different name to visit his friend. And what do you know? Right before Paul Kersey shows up back in New York, his friend is assaulted and killed by a bunch of gang members. So, by this movie, you should realize you don't want to be around Paul Kersey, whether you're on his good side or his bad side, because either way, you're going to end up dead. He's going to be fine. He might get stabbed, he might get shot, you know, he might get roughed up a little bit, but he's going to survive. And at the end of the movie, yeah, you're going to be dead. So, oh, here he is with his friggin'. Oh, his friggin' elephant gun. He's saying the rounds. He could take down an elephant. So his friend is hurt, and he's in New York City, quote unquote New York City, because this is obviously not New York City. If anyone has ever been to New York City, there's like certain shots where it obviously is New York City, and then all of a sudden it's in this weird looking hill town that's just spray painted with graffiti, and they're like, "Yeah, this is New York City in 1985." And this gang of morons. Well, first off, he's thrown in jail. He's thrown in jail because he finds his friend dead on the floor. And he meets this cop, played by, all right, if anyone knows, Ed Lauder. He's a famous character actor. He's always playing the same type of character. But he did his job good. He was always good in movies. He throws him in jail. And Kersey finds immediately the leader of the gang. And this is where it gets really, really stupid, right? The leader of the gang, this gigantic guy with this reverse mohawk, and he makes a bunch of people in the cell fight Kersey, and Kersey fights them all off, right? And then later on, we find out this guy who we were introduced to in the beginning of the movie, he has a clean record. What? If he has a clean record, what the flying fuck is he doing in that jail cell in the beginning of the movie? They say he likes to do stuff in private. No, he likes to do stuff in private. Yeah, this freaking guy. Hold on. Hold on. This friggin' guy. Yeah, he likes to do stuff in private. Does this look like the type of guy that would be incognito, especially when he has a bunch of moronic gang members around him? No, that makes no sense. That makes zero friggin' sense. But anywho, all right, here he is, Ed Lauder. There he is, right there, Ed Lauder. Yeah, he decides to let Kersey after it's like he tried to make Kersey prove himself while he was in jail, fighting off these morons, and then he's like, "Nah, I'm gonna let you go. I know who you are. Your last name is Kimball, but I know you, Kersey. You were here a decade ago, and we ran you out. What? Okay. This movie makes no sense. It really doesn't. He's so this guy makes him. He gives him his gun back, and he's like, "Go out on the street and do what you did a decade ago." But we're just gonna turn a blind eye to it. I don't know. I don't know. All right. As much gripes as I have about this one, the fourth one is way worse. Way worse. But anywho, Kersey's fighting this guy's gang of idiots, and he's finding different ways to bait them. He buys a new car. He's eating dinner with one of his neighbors. As he has the keys to his dead friend's apartment for the month because it was paid for till the end of the month. Uh, and then he just sets up shop there and decides to take down this guy's gang, who is basically like Zed's gang from the Police Academy movies. So he's doing things one by one. He he buys a camera. He shoots this one idiot, the giggler, whose whole shtick is that he runs really fast when he steals stuff from people, and he runs down the street just laughing and laughing and laughing like a hyena. And this guy right here, this guy, oh my God, this guy, how how are we introduced to you in jail in this movie, and they try to tell us that you have a clean record? You are literally in a jail cell in the first scene we see you in. It makes no sense. Ed Lauder tells Charles Bronson, Paul Kersey, he does everything in private. No, he does not, because he's having his gang literally murder people out in the streets in broad daylight. It makes no sense. Jesus Christ. So, anywho. Oh, sorry. Kersey is somehow arming his neighbors too. He's getting mail order guns. He also he meets this nice couple in his building that he's taken up residence in, and he's having a nice dinner with them. And he has a car outside that he put as bait. He even called it bait. So the stupid gang members are out there and they're breaking into the car. He's like, "What are you doing?" He goes out in the middle of dinner, gun ready to go. What are you doing? We're stealing his car. What's your problem? It's my car. All right, so they're like, all right, we're gonna kill you now. He shoots both of them dead. He goes back inside and eats dinner with a nice couple. Oh my God, this movie makes no sense. All right, it's fun though. It's fun though for an '80s flick. Going back to this friggin' guy. Oh man, you if you want someone to not like, you don't like this guy. But Luckily, he gets blown away with a fucking bazooka at the end of the movie, so at least there's that. Oh man, I don't know what to say about this movie. It's it's good for cheese factor, but compared to the first one, nah, no way. First one was hard hitting. This one is just like, oh, people are getting shot left and right. All right. Maybe somewhere down the line, I'll do Death Wish 4 and 5. I don't know if those ones are so bad. Maybe when I get a chance to watch them. All right. Later, folks. Have a good one.